Welcome back to English 4.0, the radio show. Let's go! Intermediate. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the program once again. Joined back by special request, by popular demand. She's back, ladies and gentlemen. Hannah Cho.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
There she is. Live in the studio. That's right. One more time. And, all right, so once again, Hannah will join me for the class today, and we will review yesterday's material, right? And then we'll be able to get into the stuff that we didn't get to see yesterday.
That's right. Spelling.
Spelling. We were going to spell some words, and we didn't have the chance. So first, we talked about the verb to meet.
Right.
Every day I meet. Yesterday I...
Met.
Yeah, and lately?
I've met.
Sorry, I've met a lot of... Yes. And we were saying that Hannah and I met each other a long time ago.
Right.
Yeah. So, I don't know if I meet new people every day, but I do enjoy meeting people.
Me too.
And I like getting to know people.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Llegar a conocer, right? To get to know someone.
Yeah.
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 So, what do you think? Do you meet people every day?
Almost every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I meet a lot of new people, but yeah, almost every day I meet somebody new, which is really nice.
It is nice.
It's really nice. It's always nice to meet new people. And of course, like you said before, after you meet that person, it's nice to get to know, a person. So I enjoy that process.
Yeah, yeah. When did you meet Alberto?
Let's see. I met Alberto maybe 2.5, maybe 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. Yeah, when we first started with Rumbo al Inglés. That's when we met.
Okay, okay. Have you ever met Tom Cruise?
No, I can't say that I've met Tom Cruise, but I'd like to meet him.
Yeah.
He seems like a very interesting person.
Yeah. Interesting, yeah.
That's the word.
Yes.
Is there anyone that you would like to meet?
That I'd like to meet? Oh, boy. I wasn't expecting that question today, Hannah. I'd like to meet a lot of people, I think. Yeah, sure. Actors, though. Actors, I don't know if actors really are the most amazing thing. Maybe historical people.
Okay.
Or maybe a politician I don't know.
Or athletes? I know you're a big hockey fan.
Hockey fan. Yeah, I love hockey.
Right.
I love hockey.
Any hockey players you'd like to meet?
Yeah, sure. Wayne Gretzky.
The legend.
Wayne Gretzky. They call him the Great One in Canada.
The Great One.
Yes, Wayne Gretzky. I'd love to meet Wayne Gretzky.
Okay.
I met his dad.
That's close.
His dad, yeah. Well, I met his dad, Walter.
Walter
dad,
Gretzky.
Yeah, but Walter is a bit of a legend as well in Canada because Walter is considered responsible for kind of training Wayne. I mean, Wayne Gretzky is kind of like Pelé or Maradona for football. I mean, he's the Michael Jordan
exactly
of hockey. He has every record.
Right.
And his father built a skating rink for him. And he set up lights so that Wayne could practice even at night because Wayne obviously started skating when he was like 1.5 years old or something like that. And just practiced. And so his father, I mean, I don't know if you'd say his father pushed him too much. They say he didn't, and Wayne says he just loved it. But his father encouraged him,
right,
and gave him the facilities to do that. So I met Walter Gretzky. Actually, at the Winter Olympics. I went to see the Winter Olympics 4 years ago in Italy. And I went to see a big hockey game, Canada versus Russia. Very, very big game.
Yeah.
And I look up into in the stands, and I could see a big, people sort of looking in this general direction. And sure enough, there he was, it was Walter Gretzky, and he had his Canadian flag, and he was cheering, and he had a special Team Canada leather jacket that only very exclusive people would be able to have.
Mm-hmm.
And I went up, I got my picture taken with him,
Oh, good.
and I talked to him, and he was a really nice guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Walter Gretzky, there you go. So I met, it was nice to meet him.
Yes.
In fact, I said, hey, nice to meet you. or similar, you know?
Good. Well, good
It's a
for you.
good thing to say.
Okay.
Have you ever met any celebrity or anyone
Yes.
particularly interesting?
Yes. About a year and a half ago, I met Alaska.
Right. Yeah.
and I'm proud to say that I know her now because I had the opportunity to perform with Fangoria, which was a dream come true for me.
Of course. Obviously.
So now I can say, oh yeah, I know Alaska. I know.
You know her.
I know her.
That's the thing, because I can say that I met Walter Gretzky, but I can't really say I know him.
Exactly.
He doesn't really call me and say, hey, do you want to come play on my hockey team? But Alaska calls you and says, hey, do you want to come play in my band? Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, to say the least.
Yes.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, this is entirely true. Hannah performed and, well, is, I don't know, involved still. I mean, I don't know. What's
Yes.
this? Well,
Okay, so I'm going to give you a little insider information. Okay, so you have to make sure you keep an eye out for next year, early next year, because Fangoria has a very big tour planned. And if I'm lucky, I'll be able to participate in that tour.
Wow.
So you have to keep an eye out for that and look for me because I'll be out there playing with Fangoria hopefully next year.
Wow. That's exciting.
Yes.
That's really exciting.
I
That's
still can't
excellent.
believe it.
And Hannah plays keyboards and also violin, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
I also play the guitar, but I don't play guitar with Fangoria. Yeah.
Wow.
So with them,
Well-
I'll just play violin and piano.
You know, I was thinking about this the other day. I'm telling the truth here. We should set up a Vaughn Radio band.
Yeah, that would be
Because
great.
Hannah is what we call a multi-instrumentalist. And I think Alberto can play the bass.
Really? He can play the bass.
And I play the drums a little bit. Now, I'm not an expert, but I do
Okay.
play a little bit. We could make an album.
Okay.
Maybe maybe we could record something in here
Great.
related to grammar or something
Okay,
similar.
that would be great. We could.
I don't know.
The name of our band could be Los Profes.
Yeah.
Los Profes.
I like it.
Yeah.
Los Profes.
I like that.
Los de la radio or something like that, right? Yeah.
Okay, great.
The possibilities are endless.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, let's work
We'll
on
think
that.
about that. Yeah.
All right, now we have to move on because we've got some stuff to talk about here. Spelling. So spelling of words and place names, which can be very tricky.
Yes.
So what I'll do, I'll give you a little sentence, and then you can say, "Can you spell that for me, please?" And then I'll spell it, and then we'll see if you got the spelling right.
Perfect.
All right?
Okay, I'm ready.
So the package. Now, I'm going to use Canadian place names, so that way you don't, because if I say Barcelona, well, everybody knows how to spell Barcelona, right? So the package is going to Barrington.
Can you spell that for me, please?
Yes, I can. That's Barrington.
Oh, great.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I think I got it. Let me repeat that though. Barrington.
That's right. That's right. Good.
Barrington. Great.
Barrington, okay. Oh, she's from Edmonton.
Oh, can you spell that for me, please?
That's right. That's Edmonton.
Okay, great. Let me repeat that for you. Edmonton.
That's right. Are you ready for a tricky one, Hannah?
Okay.
A tricky one?
A tricky one. Okay.
A difficult. Now, at home, are you ready for this? Because it's going to be very difficult.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm ready.
They live. Now, this is a real place. I'm not making this stuff up, you know?
I believe you.
They live in Musquodoboit Harbor.
Are you speaking English right now?
I am, but this is a place name that's inspired by a native, what you'd call in the United States Native American, and in Canada we typically say First Nations people. Yeah, basically Native American.
Oh.
Some people say Indian, but if they're not from India, really, they're not
Exactly.
really Indian. But it comes from the local, in the east of Canada, the local natives are called Mi'kmaq. Because there are different tribes, different groups,
Right.
and in the east of Canada and the United States as well, there are people called Mi'kmaq, and this is originally a Mi'kmaq word, but it's the name of a place, so we might have to spell it someday.
Yes, please. Can you spell that for me?
I sure can. That's Musquodoboit. And then it's harbor, Harbour.
Right. Okay, I think I got it. Let me read that back to you. Okay.
Yes.
So that's Musquodoboit.
Yes.
And then harbor, Harbor.
That's right.
Musquodoboit Harbor?
Harbor.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. Now, that is a place in my home province, which is called Nova Scotia, on the
Right.
very east coast of Canada. And the city there is called Halifax. And Musquodoboit Harbor is probably 15 or 20 kilometers north of Halifax on the
Okay.
Atlantic. So the harbor, right, where the river meets the ocean, and creates, it's kind of like a bay.
Right.
Opens up into the ocean. And it's called Musquodoboit Harbor.
I just want to note very quickly. Now, this is
Yeah.
something that, alternatively, a lot of people, when we have two letters, right, that are exactly the same, like we saw in Barrington, Barr, some people say Barr.
Absolutely.
Right? And both are absolutely correct.
Yeah.
You can say Barr or Barr. Okay? And also, harbor, we saw harbor, Harbour. In the United States, we don't use that U.
That's
that
right.
U sobra. It's extra.
Like labor.
Exactly.
And in fact, I was going to mention that as well. And I was thinking, I bet Hannah will write it with an O and no U. But you can spell it, either way. One is a
Exactly.
British way, and one is the American way.
Right.
And it's interesting because usually in Canada, we usually use the American way for almost everything, for things that we say. But this is one
Yeah.
exception where we do use the OUR in
Exactly.
labor and harbor and
Color.
and color. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And another thing where we go with the British way is we say Z instead of Z.
Yeah, that's another thing.
And that's kind of surprising. A
Yeah.
lot of, because we sound my accent, I think, is much more American than it is British.
Yeah.
But certain things like I would say Z instead of Z.
Right. Exactly. The funny, it's interesting you should say that. I didn't know that in British English they said Z. I didn't know that until much later than I should have known, because in the United States we never ever say Z.
Yeah.
And when I first heard it, I think it was in a movie. And someone said, "Yeah, from A to Z," and I said, "Z? Is that like Ted?" And I didn't understand it because I thought that sounds very, very strange. I literally had to look it up
Yeah.
on the internet.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, A to Z. Claro, Americans, we say A to Z.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's funny. I've learned some things here in Spain because you come to Spain and you're surrounded by English teachers who have come from different backgrounds, and I've learned things here.
Yeah.
I've even learned things from Spanish students of mine who've said, "Oh, well, like I remember I was teaching a little boy once, and he had this book from his school, and it said the rubbish lorry is on its way to the rubbish tip." And I had no idea what that meant. First, because I would say the garbage truck,
Right, me too.
and they said the rubbish lorry, and the rubbish tip is what I'd call the dump.
Right, the dump. Yeah.
I said, "Oh, the garbage truck's going to the dump,"
Yeah.
and he said the rubbish lorry is going to the tip.
Yeah. So interesting.
So-
So different.
It's different, and I guess we just have to be open-minded and say, well, there are different ways to say it,
Exactly.
and that's it. Right? All right, let's move on. Word of the day. All right, it is time for our word of the day. In fact, here our word of the day. We have a couple letters. We have letters that represent something. In Spanish, you say y más de, and in English we say
Research and development.
research and development, and
Or R and D. R&D for short.
R&D, R&D, exactly, R&D, research and development, R&D.
Yep.
We say,
Yep.
and they say y más de. Did they say the más y más de? I think,
Sí, y más de.
but it's imagen y. I'm not sure.
Desarrollo, no, or investigación y desarrollo, creo.
Yeah.
Investigación
yeah.
y más desarrollo.
Yeah, right. That would make sense. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, now let's move on quickly into the new material for today. We have some regular verbs. Now, today we're going to practice. Yesterday we were practicing with regular verbs. We're going to practice again, but this time verbs with the extra syllable ending. So here we have verbs where the infinitive ends in a T or D, like accept becomes accepted. Right?
Exactly.
Act becomes
Acted.
acted. And attend,
Attended.
avoid,
Avoided.
create,
Created.
decide,
Decided.
divide,
Divided.
hate,
Hated.
insist,
Insisted.
land.
Landed.
Okay, right. Wow, we were on a roll there. That was good. Okay, so yes, we get an extra syllable, right? An extra syllable.
Exactly.
So they're still regular verbs, but they get an extra syllable because it would be impossible. You couldn't force the sound in.
Exactly.
So it's not something that's particularly difficult.
No.
And these ones, I think these ones are quite easy, and most students get this right away. I think because it's easy. It's easy
Right.
to say them. It's almost hard to make a mistake.
Exactly.
Really,
It
I
comes
think.
out naturally.
It does.
Right. The sound at the end. Accepted. Acted.
Okay, let's. I think we should move on. We can review this tomorrow, but let's move on now and take a look at our vocabulary of the day. Vocabulary of the day. All right, it is time for the vocabulary of the day. The first word is cuestionar.
To question.
To question. To
Yes.
question. So I'm questioning your, I don't know, your opinion, for example.
And be careful not to say question.
Ooh.
I always hear that.
Yeah.
Question. Oh,
Ooh.
Hannah, I have a question. No, question. It sounds like CH. Question.
Yeah. Especializarse.
To specialize.
To specialize. Yeah, specialize. And we often use the preposition in. He specializes in whatever.
Law.
Law. Yeah, sure. Encender. With, now with the lights, for example, we have the little
Switch.
Yeah, the switch. So we
Yes.
switch.
To switch on.
Switch it on. And then if after, when you're done in the room, it's a good idea to
switch it off.
switch it off. Switch it on, switch it off.
And of course, this is pretty much the same as to turn on
Yeah.
and to turn off.
Yeah.
It's synonymous.
Yeah. Bandeja.
Tray.
Tray, right. Yeah, tray.
Again, pronunciation, very important. TR. People say tray. Tray?
yeah.
No, tray.
Yeah.
Okay, tray. Practice that.
Tray, yeah. El Canal de la Mancha. Now, it's not the channel of the stain.
That would be typical Spanish, a direct translation.
the channel of the stain. No, it's not.
No, that is the English Channel.
The English Channel. Yeah,
Yes.
English Channel. Very good. All right. Well, just like that, we're out of time.
Oh,
Well, we had some short answers,
Yeah.
and I was excited about that too.
I think I'm going to have to come back again.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, well, thank you very much, Hannah. Let's take a break. And we'll come back in a few minutes with the advanced portion of the class. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.